time for an update. All right, so as you can see, we have our wind sims. That's our traction loss and surge motor, and then our right and left motor. Those are disassembled and removed off the frame. And that's where the motion sim would usually be. There's the mid-frame for the traction loss. And everything is disassembled because I am painting right now. So there's the trolley system minus these two side plates here, which got pulled off and painted individually. The lever arm will be painted black and yellow striped, you know, like caution. It'll get removed and painted later. So that's all painted white. And here's the the wind sim fan holder that is painted black there. And then more of the trolley. This is the piece that connects the two motors underneath, so that way they don't split when there's torque placed on them. So that's what we have hanging up over here. And then over here we have the top frame, the lower section of the top frame. That's all painted black. And then I have the two strengthening rails, iron L-beams strengthening rails. Those are also painted black next to it. And then next over here we have, this is the traction loss swivel on its metal beam. And then I have installed here, these are just angled metal pieces with nuts welded into them. And this is to retain the cables that I made. These cables here will basically connect the traction loss, this point here on the traction loss frame, the front of the traction loss lower frame, to the upper frame here. So that way, if the connecting rods break, or this breaks, or this breaks out, gives out, anything like that, and it wants to tip over, instead of tipping all the way over until the U-joint hits its limit, those cables will catch it. And those cables are just longer than the frame when it's fully pitched up and rolled over to one side. So they should allow for that. And then the other safety feature that I added over here is just this plate here that's underneath where the connection rods go. And so if they do break and they come up, instead of intruding into where the passenger's legs would be, now they'll hit the plate and deflect forward. And then here's where the diamond plate will be. And so I'll enclose this to some degree. But that basically will save the rider's legs in the catastrophic event that the connection rods fail. But, you know, again, since they're automotive connection rods, I highly doubt that they will fail. But just wanted to build these safety features in because I want to start showing off the motion sim. Here is the lower frame. It's kind of too big and heavy to hang up, so it's just laying on cardboard. That's all painted black. This is the wheel hoop. That's the plate for the main power switch, and then the fan and light toggles. And then this is the mount for the G2 controller, the Reverb G2 controller for motion cancellation. Then there's the mount for the honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. So I made this able to disassemble, so that way it can fit through doorways. because especially with this added on, it definitely wouldn't. I could have made that part removable, but it needs to kind of be as stable to the frame as possible. So I just made that entire part removable from the frame that's over there. And then this piece and this piece are part of the door. This goes on the back of the frame, and this is the latch. Right there is the latch for the door handle mechanism that I showed in the last video. So I'm going with a black and white paint scheme. The lower frame, this beam here, which is hard to see when it's all blacked out, but that beam will have yellow stripes on it. Then these two side beams here will have yellow caution stripes essentially on it, to let people know, like, don't step anywhere on that platform. And then each one of the lever arms will be black and yellow as well, just to let people know, you know, don't touch these, don't get anywhere near them. So that is the latest update. Everything is completely disassembled. The only thing that's not painted yet, because I don't have any room to paint it right now, is the mid frame. It's welded up the bottom end of the rails on there. Just, I wasn't sure if there was any sort of flex. I only welded the top, so I just wanted to make sure and weld the bottom end before I started painting it. So I will get the caution stripes done on the lower frame tomorrow, and then move this over, move the traction loss frame over here and paint that. And then we're pretty much ready to reassemble everything and show it off in its final form. So anyway, thanks for dropping by.